She told me point blank period, I see myself ending up with a man. Hey, I thank you for getting that out of the way, right? In a certain ways, maybe that was a horror story, but also it was her being direct. And I actually really appreciate that, right? Better for me to find out, on the first date than at the altar, right? Another time I went on a date and listen, it happens. No, maybe a little bit of judgment because obviously there was not a second date, but nice person, totally well intentioned, got sloshed, way too drunk on the first date. Unfortunately, I did feel like the super nanny trying to wrangle in this drunk woman. But I hope you're both doing well, and I hope I wasn't a horror story for you. And if I was, then I'm happy that you have a story to tell people. Their horror story was probably like, this woman was interrogating me and asking me questions about my future that I do not even yet know the answer to. Anyways, he took me to both his moms. Well, okay, lesbians, and dad's. Oh, I see. And this is why being grammatically correct can sometimes be helpful, right? He took me to both his mom's and dad's house. Mom's with an S at the end for possession of the house, not plural. So I think this is straight, and that's fine. He took me to both his mom's and dad's house to meet his entire family on the first date. Okay, what the fuck? And then later that week, he said that I was the one that was moving in the relationship too fast. Okay. Interesting. I mean, this is like the hare telling the tortoise that the tortoise was moving too fast. I just don't think that was quite plausible, right? Oh my God. This situation has me so oh my God, overwhelmed that I can't even speak. Oh, I mean, this guy's taken a page right out of the lesbian handbook, right? I mean, talk about moving fast. If I went on a first date and I met their entire family on the first date, I would shake each and every one of their hands, say, it's so lovely to meet you. It's so lovely to meet you. This will be the first and last time I'm ever seeing you. Okay, next one. I matched with this guy on Hinge, first bad sign, and he was really insistent on trying to see me even though I was really busy after my 12-hour shift. After a 12-hour shift, I am not doing anything but making sure that every orifice of my body has made some sort of connection with my mattress. After the 12-hour shift, we got food and he said that he was broke. Great. So I was like, okay, whatever, I got it. And he said, thanks. And it was going okay, but he kept talking about Valorant lineups. He kept talking about Valorant lineups and asked how many bodies I had. And while he was walking me home, he said, do you want to know what I brought just in case? And he pulls out a vibrator from his bag. So you have your vibrator in your bag but not your wallet? Me showing up to my date with nothing but a Hitachi 3000 in my tote bag and none of my cards, and I don't have Apple Pay either. Yeah, sorry, I don't have Zelle or Venmo, but what I do have is... well... Okay, then continuing on. And then a week later he pulled up outside of my work with food and texted me on Instagram that he did and was waiting for me. I was unaware. And then I got mad because... and then he got mad because I never responded but was shown as active on Instagram, so I was clearly ignoring him. I was not. And then he left and went home and posted a close friend story across the street of my work with the caption, "What am I doing here? ... I was on his close friend story and told me I was leading him on. First of all, you're gonna show up to my work unannounced after one date? I mean, if we had like a phenomenal first date and it was like love at first sight, and the second you pulled out that, that vibrator out of your merce, pull as soon as you pulled out this giant vibrational wand out of your merce, I was like, I need him. I need to lock this down stat. And you showed up outside of my work, then maybe I would like that. But considering how the first date went, and you're showing up outside of my work unannounced, first of all, I'm busy. I don't know what this person's job was, but assuming if you showed up during my when I like used to be a nurse. What, I'm gonna stop giving CPR to be like, hang on, this guy that I've been seeing has hot wings down for me in the lobby, so I can't keep him waiting, or he's gonna post on his close friend's story and everyone's gonna know what a huge bitch I am. Also, I will, in a way, give him props for being as bold, as brazen, as to take a picture of the outside of your work and then post on his close friend story, which you are on, saying, what am I even doing here? What am I even doing here? He took a picture of, he's holding out the Whopper that he just got you, with a coupon that he had, didn't even pay for it, by the way, and he's gonna take a picture of it outside of your work and saying, why do I even fucking bother? That's crazy, because sometimes it's like, you just have to take the L, and maybe take the L as in think logically. Take the L as in logic, right? If she's not replying to you, maybe it's because she's at work. Sorry, I'm so into these stories. I fear that many tangents are to be had. It's not a tangent though, actually, because I'm talking about the topic. Long story short, my boyfriend tried to do the boom-ba-ya with me on my parents' bed. Disrespectful. That is very disrespectful. I will never be doing anything on my parents' bed besides sleeping and watching a Lifetime movie with my mom that she's not even watching because she's on her iPad and she's about 2.5 minutes from falling asleep. Those are the two activities you should do on your parents' bed. Anything else is, debauchery. I would rather do it on the kitchen floor just after having to make something with flour, because the flour gets everywhere. I'm just trying to worsen the circumstances, right? I would rather do it on a covered in flour kitchen floor with other debris as well than my parents' bed. And that just goes to show what good of a daughter I am. Jesus. The next one. They tore off my door by accident. Damn. Okay, Hulk ass, like Captain America ass, Iron Man, I just start naming all the Avengers. Opening the door for someone on a first date and you're like, oh, don't worry, I'll get it for you. Chivalry is not dead. You rip it off of its hinges and accidentally swing it around and smack them in the arse with it. Hello? Also, I want to know, like, what door? Are we talking a car door, your bedroom door, the puppy flap, or what's that called? The doggy door? What kind of door are we talking? Perhaps the door was very not well made and that's how it came off so easily. I just have a lot of questions, I guess. I wonder if, I know that they tore off your door, so obviously that's not great because you're like, shit, now I have to like repair this. But I wonder if like at some sort of establishment or something, if they are strong enough to rip the door off of its hinges, is that like kind of sexy? Is that kind of impressive? But sometimes if I were dating men, sometimes if a man is too strong, this is bad to think, but sorry. If a man is too strong, it scares me because I'm like, he could beat me and kill me. There's a lot of women who could beat me and kill me. Hell, there's maybe even some very athletic children who could beat me and kill me. But when a man is too strong, it's like scary, right? In my opinion, for example, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, giving a very gentle giant sort of, I know he would never kill me. I don't know him personally, but he's in the public eye. I just don't think that he would want that reputation for himself. Right. Besides I don't think he's a murderer. But if he wanted to, he could flick me on the forehead and my cranium would go flying acres and acres like when a golf ball is hit by a driver. But yeah, okay, tangent done. Next thing. I went on a date with this guy and the whole dinner he was spitting. Facts or saliva? My bet is on the latter. I thought it was a bit gross, but I kept eating. Later, he started making a gagging noise, and I was like, what is up with this guy's mouth? A couple minutes later, he threw up all over the table, and the waiter asked us to leave. He tried to kiss me after, but I just backed up and pretended this date never happened. I guess he was not feeling well. I think that I have